out of focus. And
Mark, they're changing our menu.
Yes!
no,
Oh.
it makes it look.
So yet again, Apple has released a new iPhone 7, I believe. The release date. Do you guys have the release date?
It's available. It's available for pre-order.
Pre-order. Okay.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
actual release date, I believe, is sometime this month.
Really?
Alright.
That soon?
The biggest controversy is that the jack will not the audio 3.5 millimeter jack will be absent in this model. Fortunately for
Technically not
us,
absent,
go on.
because technically there's an adapter that goes with the charger port.
In the
That
Thunder
will,
area.
yeah, the Thunder port or something. That will play as an adapter for the new jack.
All right.
So basically, the problem is that you can't charge and listen at the same time if you don't have a wireless earbuds.
Or a splitter. Are they going to be making a splitter for it too?
I saw a splitter for it personally. Yeah, it was basically one. Actually, it's what's the name again? Thunderbird.
Thunderbolt.
A Thunderbolt charger splitter. So after that, you have to get the splitter and the adapter, and then you'll be able to charge and.
And that's
well-
how they sell more accessories and make more money.
Perhaps the adapter for the jack is going to be bundled with the phone itself.
That's cool.
The splitter won't, if there's a splitter, but the adapter to still use the 3.5 millimeter jack will be bundled with it.
The thing is,
Yeah, because it doesn't come with the wireless earbuds. You need to buy that.
oh, they don't come anymore. They used to come back then, like the wired one. They come.
Yeah.
The
they come
wired,
with
yes. The
Yeah.
wireless ones, no. That's
Yeah,
an
dude.
extra like $150 US.
160.
Like,
Even
Yeah.
so, no, I'm just saying it's even going to be even more for us.
Yeah, but the thing is, I have never charged my phone and listened to music at the same time.
Me, yes, but like in my car. My car will be plugged with the auxiliary port, and then I will charge it at the same time. But
Yeah.
besides that instance, no, I don't listen and charge at the same time.
It's true. Now that I think about it, neither do I.
The aux thing.
Yeah, but see, it's not just about listening to music. You would use your headset to talk on the phone wirelessly.
Oh shit, that's true, huh? Whatever. I'm pretty sure China's gonna make it like an adapter, and you're gonna be able to do
Nick
whatever you
uses
want.
his headset all the time when he's talking on the phone, only because his microphone doesn't work very well on his phone.
Well, now it works.
Now it works? Okay.
I had to clean it with the long story.
Okay.
It was nasty.
Awesome.
Anyway,
But see, with that
Plus-
instance, when the microphone doesn't work, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I don't, or I had no choice than to use this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But you know what? This is one of the reasons why I prefer Android. Honestly, is because of stuff like that. Like, I don't want to be controlled by a corporation telling me like what I have to do. When Android is basically like an open market where anybody can do whatever the fuck they want, and it's not exactly like there are like certain rules by Google and whatever. But anyway, mostly things are made to accommodate, not to like restrain you, and that's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is the main point of Apple. Like that's why people are going back to them, because it is an iPhone. Like, I have an iPhone, and it is way simpler. You know, like
I have an iPhone.
It's not simpler.
Here's what I've noticed. I've used both. I've not owned both. I've only owned iPhone, but I have used Androids before, and fundamentally they're the same thing. They're both smartphones. Android is more customizable, yes. What I like about the iPhone is that I like it because it's simple. I only need to do a few things at a time, and I can get those things done, and then I'm done. I swipe them away, and I'm done with it. While my best friend has a an Android, and he's always got like literally every single app on his phone is like open at the same time, and he's always constantly swiping and doing a bunch of stuff on it. And I'm like, how?
But that's his problem.
No. But my point is that using an Android, I find it a little just not overwhelming, just like a lot of just unnecessary stuff. While on the iPhone, it's just laid out for you. There are a few unnecessary apps pre-installed on the iPhone.
That you can now remove with the new iOS that will be available in a few weeks.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
yeah. So like the library and like all this stuff that like, useless stuff, you'll be able to remove them. Yep.
Stocks. Don't give a shit.
You'll be able to remove them.
So having used both phones, I still end up preferring iPhone. However, this whole millimeter jack being removed thing, it's a little annoying, honestly, because I'm not going to go out and buy wireless headphones. I'm just not going to do it.
And I'm pretty sure I don't think they're Bluetooth, huh?
They are.
It's the iPhone ones are something similar to Bluetooth, but it's a brand new technology.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's going to work with Bluetooth as well, but like these ones are new technology.
Granted, it's not like I charge, like we were saying before, it's not like I charge and use my and listen to my music at the same time anyway. I really only end up charging my phone when I get home. So, yeah, it's not like I'm going to upgrade as soon as it comes out, because I still got time on this one.
I was already minded to change, like to do the switch after this one to a Android system. And now with just that news that came out, it just helped me more to do the switch. Apple is not like innovating like anymore.
Yeah.
They're just trying to do new gimmicks, and it doesn't make any sense anymore.
Well, what I think is that it's not even like it's not like how do you say, like handicapping us? How do you call that? Like it's not
limiting us.
It's not limiting us, really. It's just an asshole move. That's what I feel like it is.
Is it like a really marketing scheme?
Yeah, like
it's a marketing scheme to sell more products.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's annoying. That's really annoying.
Like I don't really care that there's no more jack. Like I'm not using an iPhone, but I mean, if I would, it doesn't really matter if there's a new technology there. The problem is that because you did this is like, it's disrespectful to like fuck up with so many people.
For a phone or for a company that's so well based off music and all that, I find it a very stupid move. For me personally, my Android, I don't listen to music off of it. I don't need my head jack whatsoever. I don't think I've ever used it. Not even dicking around with it. I've never used it. I don't care. I'm even thinking of getting one of those stupid things off of eBay that you could plug into it and turn it into a button.
Yeah.
And what does that do though?
Well, it's essentially it's like a phone jack, but with just like a metal tip to it. You plug it in, and it's supposed to detect when you touch it, and you can program it as a setting so it will open up something. Hey, open up your camera, or open up Facebook, or.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
So you could use
the magic of Androids.
Exactly, you could do what you want. But I used to have an iPhone. I loved my iPhone. I thought it was the greatest thing out there until my battery started messing up, and then I couldn't replace it myself, and Android was available at that time. And
this was around what time? Around what phone would you say it was? The 3, the 4?
I think before
3G, no?
3G,
if I remember?
yeah, 3G.
That's old phone.
Yeah, that's
I love that phone.
Well, old phone. That was what? It was 3 years ago, like 4 years ago.
I'm saying compared to like the first one I started with was the 4S, and then I skipped over to the 6 after that, and that was like last year.
But honestly, anyway, I think Android offers you a lot more, and I used to have an iPhone, and I loved it until I tried Android, and I was like, how did I live without that?
Well, look, talking about Android and iPhones, Pokemon Go. For those people who wanted to get it early.
Well, there's always the loophole that Apple was also able to get it for, but it was such an asshole to.
It wasn't as easy for Android people.
No,
you could
of
just
course
download
not.
the APK or something like that and run it directly on your phone. Where Apple people had to. There was one hell of a workaround. Where Android, it's essentially a computer. You do whatever you want. You could download whatever you want, store stuff whatever you want. It doesn't have to be. But
with an iPhone, you have also a lot of like special apps just for the iPhone.
Yes.
Like the new Super Mario Run that just got announced is like mainly just for iOS, I think, so far. I think.
Which is so weird to see because Nintendo's very strict and restrictive with their products, and then to have a Mario game coming out on smartphone that's not the Nintendo phone that's been planned and talked about for a few years now.
Oh, fucking right.
Well, they've been talking a lot about not just Nintendo, a lot of companies saying that the mobile platform is like the future or something like that.
Which
like, I'm not surprised about what. Yeah, me too. But I'm not surprised at the move of like creating that new Super Mario Run app.
You know what they say, right? They say like by going mobile, Nintendo is not dying, but is doing a non-Nintendo move. It's basically like they're not mobile, and mobile is basically devaluating your brand, and it's always been like that. I mean, name me an app that is known like.
I feel it depends on how you. It depends how you use what kind of mobile platform mobile product you're putting out. Pokemon Go is like
still
what else?
Viewed as cheap compared to like let's say
what else
release an actual video game.
What
it's a
what else
sub video game.
What else could you have done that on except for a smartphone? Is my point.
Pokemon Go? No, that's it. It's made for that, but it's a subpar game. It's not a real game. Like
they made a lot of Final Fantasy games, like brand new Final Fantasy versions only for mobile.
Yeah, but nobody plays, nobody cares because it's.
No, yeah, because they're expensive. Like I won't pay like $20 for an app.
But you would buy $50 a video game on your PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
because it's worth it. That's the thing, and I think I feel, and not only me, but everything that is.
Me having like an iPad or like some kind of a big tablet, maybe I will reconsider. Maybe.
Yeah, but playing a game on a little screen.
Fuck that. No.
In other instances, you have just really fun gimmicks like Fallout Shelter or the Pip-Boy app that you put into the Pip-Boy. Like those are just clever ideas for apps in themselves.
Well, yeah, that was more of an enhancement to the game, which was really cool.
Exactly. Which a lot of games have those companion apps. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Unity had them.
Not just games, TV shows. Like I know whenever you start up, whenever Walking Dead starts, it says to go onto the AMC app.
Oh, the
AMC second screen experience.
Second screen experience. Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know that.
It's true. I forgot about those.
Well, there's also the augmented reality with comics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I tried it once and it was.
Yeah, but now we're talking about the games. Like having a game on a mobile is never like a quality game. It's not gonna.
Yeah, but right now it's Mario that we're talking about. It's a big company. It's Nintendo. They won't create or publish something that won't be of quality.
Yeah, Nintendo's very strict when it comes to their requirements and their standards and stuff like that.
Especially
like I'm pretty sure I will.
And Mario, yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure if the game is free, because I have no idea how much it will cost.
I think it is free. I think it's going to be free.
So.
Yeah, but could it be desperation?
I don't think so. I mean, Nintendo's been around for literally almost 200 years. The company was made in 18 something.
Yeah, it used to be a card company.
There is big companies that do bad moves. Just thinking about Konami and Metal Gear franchise with like the Pachinko and now the Metal Gear Survive. All bad moves.
Yeah, at this point they have so much money that it doesn't matter. Not to mention, Konami's a special case because like 60% of their profits come from Pachinko machines. Their games are secondary to Konami. Despite their games being very good, Pachinko has always been their main source of income.
In Asia, it's
crazy.
It's like phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal. It's
but going back to Mario, from what we could see in the bit of video footage that we have, it looks like it's one of those just temple run type games. But since it's Mario, it's going to be side scrolling.
Well, it's for Mario Run.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just running, collecting coins, and it's kind of like Sonic, but Mario.
Yeah,
sounds dull. Like looks not boring, but I have the feeling that after a few levels or whatever it is, I will be bored.
Who's the company that makes like the Superboy and stuff?
Hyperkin.
Hyperkin, yeah, they have
the adapter
not release.
That
yes,
goes onto the
that's
bottom,
it. They showed
so you
like
could play
some
your
sort of
Game Boy.
adapter. Yeah, and you like kind of slide it in. You guys could look, or maybe we're gonna have a picture. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember when a while back.
And this thing would be amazing for that game. It's not an official product, but maybe Nintendo could get inspired by that. And I mean, they won't because we have no news on that. But I mean, it looks amazing. And without this controller, I think the game is not the same.
Well, I have a problem playing.
Yeah, but it's just a jump game. It's just like you need to click. You just need to.
So as the original Mario, you just jump and walk and jump.
Yeah, but the video that we saw of the Mario, he doesn't just jump. He sort of goes back and forth and does these little slides.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I have the feeling it's gonna be just like the Spider-Man Unlimited game. You know, like you don't have the choice in going forward, or like except if they're like some kind of balloon that will bounce you back. But I think you will just have to go forward, and you need to press when you need to jump.
Yeah, but like Sonic, just like Sonic, after you pass the thing, you can never go back on your frame. Or is it Sonic?
But like Mark is saying, but if you go back and forward, I'm thinking there's some level of control you could do, or maybe even a lot. I don't know about Android, but a lot of iPhone games have the motion sensor of the motion detection of the phone.
Oh yeah.
So maybe you'll be able to go back and forth to move which direction for you.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I have that on Wii. I don't like doing that. I don't want to fucking play the car game like this. Like,
I find it a little.
Let me be lazy, goddammit.
What if like.
I enjoy it for specific games, like games on the Wii, like Mario Kart. Makes sense to have that. There was a game on the PS3 a while back called Lair, where you're flying dragons around, and they had that with the motion controller. So for stuff like that, it makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
I'm very anti-moving when it comes to video game. Where I need to be sitting down and not move. My fingers are fine, like. And I have trouble sometimes. They make me like trigger too high, and I'm like, "Oh, you little fuck."
So I guess when we'll get it, you won't play with us with the PlayStation VR, because then we'll be moving.
Oh, the VR? No. Depends.
No, really?
Maybe porn.
No, it depends. Maybe yes.
What'd you say, John?
Maybe porn, but whatever.
I can't afford that.
Pretty much, yeah. Batman Arkham VR and Resident Evil 7 are the only ones I want to play on PlayStation VR. Other than that,
when I get it and it's set up in my basement, anybody is more than welcome to come over and try out the VR.
I already ordered Final Fantasy 15, and it says that it is VR incompatible. So
really?
Like on the 29th, I'm like at Mark's playing PlayStation VR if I didn't buy it yet.
VR? That's weird. But
yeah, it's strange that it would be VR compatible, but then again, it's not a traditional Final Fantasy game, it looks like it's very action RPG-ish. So maybe the way the camera moves in the VR environment is how it works. Yeah, but let's finish up with the iPhone. The iPhone 7, the regular iPhone 7, the 4.7-inch display one is going to be $900 US. On launch. The iPhone 7 Plus is going to be 5.5-inch display, and that's going to be $1,050 US.
Wow!
Ridiculous.
Like with no contracts.
No contracts. Yeah, of course. With contracts, it comes out September 16th.
Pretty soon, actually. Wow! Like next week.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Wow.
But speaking of video games, since we kind of segued into that, and a form of changes in product in those video games. There's also the announcement of the PlayStation Pro, which and the PlayStation Slim along with that, the PlayStation 4 Slim.
Which is funny because the Slim, when somebody already had it and did an unboxing of it, PlayStation denied it completely.
Yeah, yeah, but like 3 weeks before, it was like, come on, PlayStation, do something.
It's like, we have it. Look.
This is literally
it's literally the box.
Slim,
like, look,
and,
here's the
and
Slim.
Sony's
Take
like,
it. Like,
nope.
yeah.
Where did he get it? Where did he
Bought
get
it on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
From who?
Wow, probably someone that works there, you know?
Probably from Sony. It's a little it's that's the thing. I'm
not sure what is the difference between a PlayStation Pro and the normal. It's like it's like compatible. Compatible is like 4K.
It's 4K. Yeah, it's 4K
What else?
TV.
Well, is the timeout? Is the PlayStation 4 Pro? Yes, that is the Neo. That it was called the Neo originally, so now it's called the Pro. Yeah, this is the 4K one. So it has slightly better graphics card or some shit like that, and it's gonna be able to play your games in 4K. And I assume that you're only
need
gonna
a 4K TV.
I'm assuming you're gonna have to have a 4K TV to do that.
Well, yeah, of course. It's logic. Like, you need a 4K TV to play.
The issue I have with that is that humans can hardly tell the difference between 1080p and 4K.
Well, just like the 60 frames per second, the human eye can see more than that.
60 frames more noticeable than, the difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second is like night and day.
Well, yeah, because on 60 you can actually see the little movements, but with the 30 it's like there's like
yeah.
But there's been some studies that shown on VR. Actually, it matters a lot. Your eyes are getting tired.
Yeah.
That a lot of people complain like, "Oh, my eyes are tired, and they increase the frame rate. It actually makes everything better. Like you're actually like enjoying your VR experience for longer.
Well, yeah, because it's more lifelike. It's more normal. Like, your eyes don't have to stress more than what they need to.
Okay, so as far as the differences between the Pro and the regular PlayStation 4, the Pro for some reason has those bars on them. If you notice that, it looks like it. It's
those air vents, or
no, it's it looks like it's separated by 3 layers, and there's still the 2 USB ports, and there's still the gap for the CD drive. And it's heavier also, apparently, than the original. And I'm assuming that all the space is to like, I don't know what components are inside a PlayStation, but maybe the new graphics card or the new components that they're putting into the Pro, maybe that's what makes it heavier.
Isn't the controller changed also?
Yeah, there's a new light bar on the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like where the touch bar is, whatever you want to call that big ass button. Well, there's now light there.
The touchpad.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the buttons are different on the D-pad.
And like the handles looks a little bit longer, no?
And despite what people thought originally, it is not going to include an Ultra HD Blu-ray player. It's still the same Blu-ray player that was in the...
And it's still not backwards compatible, right?
Well, no, because they're just re-releasing games anyway. They're just re-releasing them up-resed. It doesn't even,
It's frustrating because now my PS3 is kaput now, and I have nothing to play my PS3 games on, so it's a little frustrating.
Could find another PS3, like, for who knows how much.
No, I don't.
Both consoles, they're going to have the same graphics card. The same CPU. Let's see.
The 2 bars look god awful. It looks like they decided to make it bigger and they stretched everything and duplicated the line. It's like, what the hell?
Honestly, I prefer the look of my PS4. It's more classic.
I like it too. I like it more than my Xbox, and I regret buying an Xbox.
I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care what the console looks like as long as I can play games on it. So
they changed the power supply plug. It's not the regular 2 prongs. It's like a PC plug.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with these feature, do you think it's worth to change to a PS4 Pro if you own a PS4?
Change? No. Well, I mean, like, if you already have a PS4, don't change for a PS4 Pro. It's simply...
Okay.
So do
you think it's worth it to buy new, even though like there's a new console that's gonna come out in like 2 years? I don't think it's worth it.
A new console's not going to come out in 2 years.
Well, if you want to do an upgrade, like if you have neither an Xbox One or a PS4 and you want an upgrade, then yeah, I would go for it.
Of course, you get for the newer one. You don't go for the older. You get
well, it depends on the deals.
Yes.
Yeah, but like what would be the retail of the PS4 Pro? Like 400 US.
Mm-hmm.
And the normal PS4, like the first wave, the first gen PS4 is around. Well, here in Canada, it's up to like $300 Canadian. So I don't know.
You get them second hand, even cheaper on Kijiji.
Yeah.
There was. Oh, sorry.
It's not worth it. Like my point is that the few differences doesn't make it worth it.
Unless you literally have a home theater in your mansion basement.
If you do, you already have a PS4.
Yes, but
Xbox One, and
that's the only way. That's the only way you'll notice the difference between the 1080p and the 4K is if you have an extremely large movie theater screen. That's the only way you'll notice the difference. That's what students at Concordia Film School use. They film their videos in 4K, and that's the only way you'll actually see that it's a 4K video is when it's up on the big projector. So if you just have up to a 50-inch TV, like or smaller, like everyone else, it's going to be hardly a difference for you between 1080p and 4K.
I'll save my money for NES Classic edition.
There was reports initially that games are going to have to be patched to be able to play on the Pro, and there was a rumor that you would have to pay for some of the patches, which caused a bit of an outrage. But Sony,
I never heard of that.
Sony reconfirmed that you will not have to pay for patches.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, because that would have been a little ridiculous.
I can feel the revolution coming.
I thought the official speech was "it depends," and that was the key.
No. They clarified it. They said it was a mistranslation, and the official answer is no. You don't have to pay for the patches.
To Xbox One, we go.
Yeah, exactly.
They did release a slim version as well.
Yeah, the Xbox One S.
Yeah,
but it's basically the same thing, and for the price of $300 US. Mm-hmm. It is not 4K compatible. It is.
But you don't have a 4K TV.
Doesn't matter. I think this is more for people who don't have an Xbox, and now you have a new version of an Xbox with 1 terabyte hard drive already installed onto it.
But
oh, really?
Nick,
okay, yeah. Well, just that is it's a good difference.
Yeah, I saw them today. I actually saw them at Best Buy today.
Yes, Mark.
Weren't we already getting an update for the PS4?
We are getting all the PlayStation 4 users are getting an update. For a HDR update,
that update looks amazing. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
It's just a tweak in the settings that makes it more prettier.
No, the actual what's it called? The not start menu, but when you press the button to bring up the
PS button.
Yes.
Yeah, the PS button, thank you, and you bring up the menu. The menu's going to look different now. It's going to be like a snapped menu on the side instead of completely taking your game out of focus. And
Mark, they're changing our menu.
Yes!
No, it makes it look.
One minute. I gotta frap. 1 minute.
I hate the PlayStation 4 menu. Go on.
You don't like it how it looks now, is what you're saying.
God awful.
No.
Yeah, they're changing it, and it's going to look amazing, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a great news. I didn't know that.
It's gonna.
Happy about that.
So when you press it, it's going to be a menu that pops up on the side, and you'll have all your options, and you'll be able to go and check through things
so it
like that.
Changes the overall appearance of everything, also too, for your game.
So no, when you have no game running, I think it'll look the same or maybe slightly different. But while you have a game playing and you press it, it won't bring up that whole menu and take everything away from the game, you'll still see your game play in the background, but it'll be paused, and you'll have a menu that pops up on the side with a bunch of menu options.
Well, similar to what the PS3 used to do, where you press the PS button, it blurs out your image, and it pops over your menu above it.
But you would still have to go across. In this case,
yes.
it's going to go up and down like an Xbox. It looks like an Xbox menu, basically.
Good job, Sony.
Yeah. But it looks. I think it's going to look really. I think it looks fantastic, and I can't wait for that to happen because I don't like when the XMB menu. That's the word I was looking for. The XMB menu comes up and you have to go across and up and down and this and that, whatever. I like that it's going to snap up and you boop, boop, boop. I'm really excited for that, as you can tell.
No, I can't tell.
Me too now.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at @AllTheNerdsShow.
And check out our website at www.allthenerds.com.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.